Using cruise control inside of the Hyundai Tucson is a very straightforward process. One thing to point out is that it's strictly going to be a smart or adaptive cruise control system, so no traditional cruise. So what that means is that you set it at a current speed or whatever speed you like. If the car in front of you slows down, yours will automatically brake. If they change lanes, you change lanes, it's going to pick you back up to your previously set speed. You do have the flexibility of overriding the system at any point in time. You can hit the gas pedal, you can hit the brake, you can take over the steering wheel at any point in time as well. So that's one thing to consider. But you don't have the option of switching out to an old school cruise control. But using the system is straightforward. So there's a button along the left-hand side of the steering wheel, so that left pad. You're going to toggle it on this way. Once you push the button, it won't work here because I'm not driving. But when you're driving, you hit that button to toggle it on. It's going to set it at your current speed. You could then increase or decrease 1 kilometer, 1 mile per hour at a time by pushing up or down this way. You can push and hold up, or you can push and hold down instead in order to bring you to the nearest 0 kilometers an hour or 5 or 0 miles per hour. So let's say if it's on at 37 kilometers an hour, push and hold up, it'll bring you to 40, 50, 60, etc. Push and hold down, it'll do the opposite. You can hit the brake to pause your speed. You can hit the middle button there to pause your speed, and then push again to resume your previously set speed. Then there's also this little feller, and that's a distance indicator. So how close or far are you away from the vehicle that's in front of you? There are 4 unique levels that are available there. I want you to think of that like a 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi for how close or far you are away from that leading vehicle. I normally recommend level 1 is fine on residential streets or in stop-and-go traffic on the highway. You might want to be on level 2, maybe level 3 on highways or interstates, depending on your own comfort level. And then definitely level 4 if it's slippery, snowy conditions and you still want to use that cruise control system. There's also this button, which is going to be a lane centering system, or lane follow assist would be the best way to put that. And what that system does is, as long as it recognizes the lane markings, it's going to keep you perfectly balanced in your lane. It's a phenomenal system, but you'll notice that these systems, the icons go green when they're actively available. So let's go ahead and I'm going to show you how the system actually works in person. Go. So we're driving right now, so I can hit the button there to toggle it on. I can push up or down to increase or decrease 1 kilometer, 1 mile, push and hold up to bring me to the nearest 0 instead. I've got cars in front of me right now. My feet are off the gas and the brake, and the car is slowing me down beautifully. Now, if I were to change lanes right now, I could hit the accelerator pedal if I wanted to be able to speed up a little bit faster. I can change my distance, so how close or far am I away from the vehicle in front of me. You can see that little red icon that popped up there. That's a blind spot system. So that lets us know that there's somebody that's entered the blind spot on either side of the vehicle. It's actually a really great system overall. You can see it there again. Now, the vehicle also recognizes the lane markings here. So that steering wheel's gone green. So it's going to keep me perfectly balanced in the lane here as well. Very, very smart system overall. I normally recommend keeping that system on at a minimum. But the smart cruise control system, even on residential streets, I find incredibly useful. I can hit that button to pause the speed. I can push again to resume the speed. One thing to point out is, we were coming up to a red light there. So at a red light, it's not going to brake automatically for you. If there's a car in front, it will. Otherwise, you actively have to be paying attention, or else you're gonna run through a red light. So it's not full self-driving. But that's how you use the system. So you toggle it on or off this way. When you turn it on, it's going to set you at your current speed. You hit the brake. You then, as you start driving again, have to push the middle button to resume your speed, push and hold up to increase or decrease 10 kilometers or 5 miles per hour at a time, brake when you're coming up to stop signs and things like that, and then your lane centering system. Now, this is just the regular Tucson. If you had the hybrid, the gauges would look slightly different. But if you want to walk through an understanding of how the gauges work in hybrid Hyundais, check down in the description of this video. But that's how you use the smart cruise control system inside of the Tucson.